Hi guys, so let's start. Today we're doing tabletop. This is the basic start of putting some weight onto our hands. If you have any conditions like carpal tunnel or any wrist injuries, make sure you use the modifications that I'm going to give. You are going to build a lot of strength around the wrist and you may feel a little bit of tension there if you never put any weight on your hands. But make sure to take breaks if you need to. So let's start on our all fours. So find your mat onto all fours. The base of the pose always starts with the part of our body that is in contact with the mat. In this case, it's the hands and the knees. Your feet can be tucked or not tucked, whatever feels better for your knees. I prefer them untucked. Look down at your hands, make sure they're shoulder width. We tend to think that our shoulders are tiny, but they're a bit wider. So give your shoulder space so the chest can be nice and relaxed and open. Look down at your fingers, grip with your fingertips like spider fingers. The knuckles are going to lift slightly, so when they lift, press them down onto the mat, keeping the knuckles, the fingers and the base of the hand nice and solid on the ground. So you really engage in the whole hand. Pressing gently away from the floor, allow the heart to lift slightly. Looking down at the middle in between your hands. So keep the back of the neck nice and long. And take a full breath in and sigh out, exhale. Start bringing awareness to the midline, the middle of your body, the space around the belly button, slightly bringing tension into that area to wake it up. Allow the spine to be long, so starting to focus on the pelvic tilt. The pelvic tilt is how we move the pelvis, so the tailbone comes up and down. Notice the flattening of the low back when the tailbone comes down. Notice the curve of the low back as the tailbone comes up. I want you to find a midline there, so the middle in between both. None of them are what we're looking for the middle. So find it in your own body. If you need to use your hand to move around and see what's best for you, find it in your body. Use a mirror if you need to. So when you find that middle pelvic tilt, hold it for 3 breaths, tabletop. One more breath. I'm in contact with people with carpal tunnel or wrist injuries. In that case, we're going to use 2 blocks underneath the elbows and do tabletop or any poses that are on our hands on the blocks. You can use books for this as well. So you put the elbow on the blocks or books and the wrist is released. There's no contact of the wrist with the mat or the block. And the hands are resting there. So this is your way of doing tabletop. If you have any issues, at some stage you get into any issues with the wrist, or if you have carpal tunnel. So relax the wrist there. Press on the elbows instead of the hands. So the whole contact that we're doing with the hands and the fingertips on the elbows instead. And bring the awareness to the core the same way. Try to find your pelvic tilt, so the middle, and take a few breaths there. Or maybe, again, you have pain in your knees. So pain in the knees is something that we don't want to ever feel in any yoga pose. There's no purpose at all to feel pain in our knees. So we're going to roll them out or find a blanket as thick as you need to. So maybe you have to play around. I like to roll them out if I'm holding a pose. If I don't have anything else. And there, now I'm comfortable. Take a few breaths in and out.